Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 859. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 20 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they even have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, happy Sunday, everyone. As we do every Sunday here on the show, it is Sunday story time, where I grab a book off my bookshelf, whether it's one of my own books, a client book, or a book that has positively impacted me in some way. I read you an excerpt from that book, followed by some sort of question that you can use to hopefully apply the information to your own work. And today's book off my shelf, a book that has positively impacted me in some way, is called The Dip, a little book that teaches you when to quit and when to stick, by Seth Godin, one of my favorite authors. So here's the excerpt. It's called The Best in the World. Hannah Smith is a very lucky woman. She's a law clerk at the Supreme Court. She's the best in the world. Last year, more than 42,000 people graduated from law school in the United States, and 37 of them were awarded Supreme Court clerkships. Those 37 people are essentially guaranteed a job for life after they finish their year with the court. Top law firms routinely pay a signing bonus of $200,000 or more to any clerk they are able to hire. Clerks go on to become partners, judges, and senators. There are two things worth noting here. The first is that Hannah Smith isn't lucky at all. She's smart and focused and incredibly hardworking. And the second thing? That any of the 42,000 people who graduated from law school last year could have had Hannah's job, except they didn't. Not because they weren't smart enough or because they came from the wrong family. No, the reason that most of them didn't have a chance is that somewhere along the way, they quit. They didn't quit high school or college or law school. Instead, they quit in their quest to be the best in the world because the cost just seemed too high. This is a very short book about a very important topic, quitting. Believe it or not, quitting is often a great strategy, a smart way to manage your life and your career. Sometimes, though, quitting is exactly the wrong thing to do. It turns out that there's a simple way to tell the difference. In addition to being smart and focused and incredibly hardworking, Hannah Smith is also a quitter. In order to get as far as she's gotten, she's quit countless other pursuits. You really can't try to do everything, especially if you intend to be the best in the world. Before we start on the quitting, though, you probably need to be sold on why being the best in the world matters so much. Once again, that was an excerpt from a fantastic little book by Seth Godin called The Dip, a little book that teaches you when to quit and when to stick. So, looking at my 20 years as a ghostwriter and my 18 years as an entrepreneur, I really believe that, as Seth said in the excerpt, knowing what to quit and what not to quit, what to say yes to and what to say no to, are key reasons for my success. So how do you determine what to quit and what not to quit? Ideally, these decisions get matched up against larger things like your core values, purpose, and specific time-oriented goals. This makes it easier than having to evaluate quitting decisions on a situation-by-situation basis, looking through blinders at the factors of each decision. When you're looking at individual situations without attaching them to larger things, it's easy to have your judgment clouded by people involved, personalities, and short-term consequences and anxieties. So to repeat today's study question, how do you determine what to quit and what not to quit? What larger things are you attaching those decisions to? Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. I always put the link in the show notes. There you can get motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing, resources, and more. Until tomorrow, happy writing.